Hello, my name is Violitta Oktaviani. I'm just an ordinary girl living in Bekasi, Indonesia. Hi guys, we have been through 2 years since start of COVID-19 pandemic. We often hear about many variants of coronavirus. As reported by World Health Organization, there are 4 types of variants of coronavirus. Alpha found in United Kingdom, Beta found in South Africa, Gamma found in Brazil, and Delta found in India. And now, there is a new variant, Omicron B11529, found in South Africa in November 2021. This variant has 3 mutations. E484A, which is changed from E484K, which is in Beta and Gamma variant, and 501Y is also found in Alpha and Gamma variant, which make it more transmissible, and D614G, like in the Delta variant, which make the virus stick better to our cells. But wait, what is variant? Why did it happen? First, we have to know about this virus. Coronavirus is very simple. It has genetic material with RNA, shell protein, and spike protein. A virus has one goal: to reproduce, to make more of itself. But since it's so basic, virus can do it on its own. So it is us. Every time a virus infects a person, it uses our cells to make copies of itself. They replicate the complex code over and over again. But over time, viruses can make a mistake. They can replace or switch the code. That mistake is called a mutation, and it slightly changes the instruction for making the virus. The slightly altered virus is a variant. But have you ever think why our cells welcome the virus to end? The answer is no. They are not welcoming the virus. The virus is basically a ball with a little spike protein on the surface poking out, which they use to bind to and infect human cells. Now, our cells aren't stupid. They don't just let any virus inside. The cell goes to great length to keep intruders out for anything to enter. The intruder must figure out a way for its spike to bind to another spike on the cell surface. At the first joining is not perfect fit, so it does not always go beyond the cell's defense. But parent has mutation in the spike protein, like Omicron. This mutation makes it easier for the virus to bind to cells, which may help make the virus more transmissible. Mutations are random error. The longer a virus is around and the more people it infects, the more it will change. And the more the change accumulate, the more likely it is that the virus will evolve into something more dangerous. As long as the pandemic continues, and as long as the virus continues to spread, it will keep making copies of itself. If we want to stop the variant, we have to stop the virus. The first is about vaccination. It's true that some vaccines have reduced effectiveness against new virus variants, but in fact, still at the level of protection provided by existing vaccine will still train our immune system against the coronavirus. So even though it can fully protect against new variant or not, it can still prevent symptoms of severe disease or death. So vaccination is still more profitable than not taking the vaccine at all. The second one is to continue discipline 5 health protocol. The first one is hand wash. Washing hands regularly is one of the most effective health protocols to prevent transmission of coronavirus. For maximum result, it is recommended that you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds several times a day. especially when before cooking or eating, after using the bathroom, after covering the nose when coughing or sneezing. To kill virus and other germs, use soap and water or hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. The second one is wearing a mask. At the start of coronavirus, the World Health Organization said that the use of masks was only recommended for sick people, not healthy people. However, the SARS-CoV-2 type of coronavirus that is rampant today has made health protocols subject to change over time. Sometime after the World Health Organization policy above, World Health Organization finally issued an appeal for everyone, whether healthy or sick, to always wear a mask when doing activities outside the home. The third is keep your distance. Another health protocol that needs to adhere to is social distancing. There is that meaning a minimum distance of 1 meter from other people to avoid getting droplets from people who are talking, coughing, or sneezing. The fourth one is stay away from the crowd. Staying away from crowd is health protocol that must also be done. According to the Indonesian Ministry of Health, people are asked to stay away from crowd when outside their home. Remember, the more and often you meet people, the higher the chance of getting infected with the coronavirus. The fifth is reduce mobility. The virus that causes corona can be anywhere, so the more time you spend outdoors, the higher your exposure to this nasty virus will be. Therefore, if there is no urgent need, stay at home. As we have already discussed before, the more we allow the virus to spread, the more we actually give the opportunity for this virus to mutate and making a new variant. By running vaccine and 5 health protocol, we will help prevent the emergence of new variant and we can end the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.